Okay, so if you're currently quote unquote cooked in your GCSEs and getting like U's, 1s, 2s, or 3s, basically below a 4, this is the advice that I'd give to make sure that you can secure all passes or even better. And I just want to quickly give a disclaimer, I'm not actually talking from experience because I haven't worked at those grades before. This is the advice that I would give based on my experience in my exams and as a tutor. Just want to quickly say that if you have any questions or video requests, you can leave them in the comments or you can email me. My email is in my channel bio, and I'm still taking on more students. The slots are filling up, so if you do want to be tutored by me, just email me. My email is in my channel bio. Okay, so if you're working below a 4, I'm going to be completely honest here, and I want to be honest because I don't want anybody to have an unrealistic expectation of themselves. It's going to be very difficult to go from like a U or a 1, like especially if you're at all U's and all 1s, to anything above like all 6s within a month, because we have a month left till GCSEs. Within a month, it is very, very difficult to go from like below 4s to anything above all 6s. But that's not to say that you can't go from U's and 1s to all 4s, all 5s, or even all 6s. I just want to be honest here because I don't want anybody to put this pressure on themselves. The first step that I'd want you to do is I want you to first of all write down all of your subjects. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to circle the subjects that are the core subjects, so English, maths, biology, chemistry, and physics. And then I want you to also circle the subjects that you will need for college or an apprenticeship or whatever you're going to be doing after school. So let's say you want to be doing A-level Spanish in college, then obviously you're going to need to prioritise GCSE Spanish because you're going to need that for college. So those are the subjects that are your top priorities and you're going to rank them the highest in your list. Now look at those subjects, so English, maths, the sciences, and your subjects needed for college, and then among those subjects rank them in terms of difficulty. So for example, you may put maths as the most difficult, so maths gets the number 1 rank, then English maybe is 2, then Spanish is 3, and then biology, chemistry, and physics are 4, 5, and 6. You get the point. Then the remaining subjects that are left over, you can rank them. And the reason I'm saying that you need to prioritize the core subjects and the subjects you need for college is fairly self-explanatory, but obviously you need to prioritize them so you don't have to resit them, because if you're currently failing all of your GCSEs, you want to make sure you at least secure passes in the core subjects and the subjects you need for college, because if you don't pass them, you're going to have to resit them. Whereas if you aren't doing like geography in college, but then if you fail geography, that's fine because you won't get that GCSE, sure, but you won't have to resit it at the very least. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, rank the rest of the subjects, the ones that you won't need for college or anything, in terms of difficulty. And then once you do that, you'll be able to straight away see which subjects need your most attention and require the most time, and therefore you can balance it out and allocate more time to those subjects accordingly. Because you don't want to be giving equal time to every subject at this stage because we only have a month left. You want to be prioritizing certain subjects that need more time. But that's not to say that you neglect other subjects. That's another mistake that people make. Don't neglect the subjects, just create a balance where you give a bit more time to the subjects that need more priority. For example, if maths is your hardest, you obviously give the most time to maths compared to like geography if it's the easiest one, and also if you're not doing it in college. Next, what I want you to do is then go and find the exam specifications for your courses online. All you need to do is just go online on Google and search up exam specification GCSE and then your exam board for the subject, and then you can find it as a PDF online. Just go through it and you'll be able to see all of the modules and topics within your course. Go through the list and then get like a notebook or something and write down every topic that you're weak at, every topic that is a gap in your knowledge. Make a whole list of all the gaps in your knowledge and all the weak topics, and then what you can do is you can get a calendar. You can either get a physical calendar or you can get something like Google Calendar, and on each date until your exams you can allocate a topic to the date. So for example, let's say you have identified 100 weak topics and gaps in your knowledge across all of your subjects. There's around 50 or so days until your exam, so you can do 2 topics a day, or you can do 3 topics a day. And then obviously you would prioritize the ones, again, that are your core subjects and that will be needed in college. So if you have, from those 100 weak topics, you have like 20 or so that are like maths, you want to be doing the maths ones first. You want to be spending the most time on the maths ones. And finally, this is like a rule of thumb for all revision, regardless of what grade you're working at. You need to be having 2 parts to your revision, and that is active recall, so things like flashcards, mind maps, blurting, and then exam practice and past papers. In terms of exam practice, you need to be doing either an exam question from each subject every single day, or you can do an entire past paper every single day from a different subject each day. That is the method method that I would recommend. Obviously it can be difficult, like you might not be able to stick to that. Like I don't think I was doing a past paper every single day, in all honesty, but if you can stick to that, and if you can be incorporating exam practice for all of your subjects like that regularly every day, that is really going to benefit you. And not only is it going to be able to teach you exam technique, but also it's a form of active recall, because you're being forced to remember information and apply it to questions. And it's very important to make sure that you're doing active recall and past papers. Like some people think that they need to memorize the content first and then just do past papers. You need to be doing them at the same time. It's not one or the other. And yeah, that's all the advice that I can offer. I hope this helped. I hope you guys do really, really well in your exams. You got this. And yeah, bye guys.